Hey, look, gravitation. Cannabis gotta be from up no forest from Jamaica. No confirmation, then it's no participation. Never see it in rotation in my conversation. No need for confrontation. This is my observation. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Gotta check out this one right here, man. As you can see right here in the title, man. Every time Straight Outta Compton lied about Dr. Dre. Now, like I say, that's the big homie, you feel me? Grew up on Dre. All of them, all the legends, Cube, NWA, all of them. So I never really, bad mouth them, not, you feel me? But if there's some information out there that was probably misled or, you feel me, misrepresented, of course I'm going to tune in. Like I say, I always call myself, you feel me, the West Coast hip hop historian, you feel me, in my own route. But like I say, man, go ahead and get your drinks, get your smokes, get your eats, whatever you about to do. Let's go ahead and tune in and let's break this down. Let's go.
Film is the claim that Eazy was broke in his later years.
The fact that they try to make him look like he was broke, he bought and all this shit.
The movie shows him supposedly downsizing and struggling financially. But according to people like BG Knockout, that's just not true.
When they start slanging, all that was Eazy was rich.
Actually, Eazy was far from broke. His company, Ruthless Records, was worth hundreds of millions.
Why do you think that it was portrayed that your dad was broke near the end?
Hollywood, gotta have a,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, bro, it's creative licensing, right? So you don't tell like 100% of the story. Now I can understand, them being around Eazy and, you feel me, like being close to him. I get both sides. You feel me? I get both sides of the whole situation, but at the same time, it's creative licensing. So, like Lil Eazy just said, man, it's you feel me? It's TV. Once again, it's TV. Nobody ever tells a story that it's just 100% facts. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Just like with disc records, nothing is going to be 100% like, okay, this is what happened. You feel me? So whoever the writers that was probably behind it, I get it's like, damn, that's kind of a far fetch. But at the same time, that could bring like a different light on that. But I get them debunking that. You feel me? Because in my mind too, I really did think that even before this though, the cool part about it, even before the movie came out, the whispers that was going around that I was hearing that, E was kind of struggling, but not too much. You feel me? Not too much like that. Like I said, he had Bone Thugs in the works, but I'm saying like the company took a hit a little bit because of so many lawsuits that was going on. But yeah, with the extras, him bagging up the tree and all of that, yeah, I can see why that. I take that. I can see how they can look at that like, damn, bro, he wasn't doing that bad. You feel me? Or how he's saying it like, bro, he wasn't doing bad at all. So let's go ahead.
A moving storyline. So not true. He was in the biggest house that as a child, every house that I went through to live with him was in.
He had a solid bank account, the top group and album in the country, and multiple properties. Definitely not just one small house like the movie shows.
I mean, I never saw that. I never seen him, and he never gave me no indication that he downgraded houses.
Okay.
So I can't say it either or. I mean, the house I went to was a big, beautiful house.
To put it into perspective, Eazy was worth around $50 million when he passed.
Like Eazy was.
Oh, dang. I think I kind of just put my foot in my mouth on that one. He was worth 50 of them things. I didn't know that. Now that I didn't know. I'm not going to even lie to you. Yeah. Okay. I get it. My bad. Ooh. Yeah. Damn. Let's continue.
Still balling out of control. He was rich as
Eazy was worth $50 million at the time that he passed.
1995.
He owned several homes in upscale areas like Norwalk, Topanga, Westlake, Calabasas, and Woodland Hills. His place in Woodland Hills was especially nice, sitting on a hill with amazing views and a peaceful vibe away from the city chaos.
And it was in the biggest house that, Daddy, we come to the house all the time. This house is it, behind a gated, gated community.
But Eazy wasn't just about money. He was a devoted father who made sure his kids had everything they needed.
But my father was a father, so memories is just,
being there for his kids, no matter how busy he got, you know what I mean? No matter
on a fond memory that you're asking me about the times you should just come and pick me up. Karate class, I'm testing for my blue belt. You know what I mean? I'm in karate. I look up and he's walking in.
He reportedly spent over $20,000 a year per child on private Christian Montessori schools and dropped more than $50,000 a month on child support.
Of course, all the mothers went to court. All of them were given child support, and all of them were given Social Security for the children.
And when it came to birthdays, designer clothes.
Okay, see, I think that's probably where. Well, no, that probably ain't gonna accumulate. Cause how many kids did Eazy? What he had? 7 to 8 kids? Nah, that wouldn't. But then again, your net worth is different than what you actually have in your bank account. See, a lot of people get that mixed up, and I'm starting to learn that too. Like, bro, yeah, your overhead or what you feel me, what your net worth is totally different than you feel me, what's cracking in your bank account. And sometimes that don't be accurate either, because I'm not gonna lie, when they had Jermaine Dupri at $2 million, I'm like, whoever wrote this was trolling. Back then, I remember looking at Jermaine Dupri, JD. I know for a fact JD, and I remember he posted one of his bank statement like try again before we were saying cap. I forgot it. He posted something, but it let it be known like, and it was way more than 2 M's in this woo-wop. But like, bro, but on Google, when you add Jermaine Dupri's network, it said $2 million. So sometimes you can't always go off that, but yeah, like I say, that's just the network. That's not so much what he have in his account or in his pocket at that time. But yeah, I'm still tripping off that. I didn't know 50 M's. Like, damn, they was independent. They was doing it like that, bro. Ruthless Records was an independent company, bro. Just like Dre and them, but with Death Row. Independent. You feel me? That's an independent company. So, man.
Clothes, jewelry, and the latest toys, he went all out. His son, Eric Wright Jr., even shared that they'd spend time together playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Aside from being a dad and a rapper, Eazy was also a savvy businessman with a knack for spotting opportunities. He got involved in a bunch of different projects, like creating a comic book series called The Hood with Rob Liefeld, the guy who co-created Deadpool.
Hey man, I want to do comics with you. And I'm like, dude, name the place, let's do comics. He would start calling me more than my mom. It'd be 10 a.m. in the morning. Hey, Rob, is it you home again? And so I actually did a page of design, a couple pages, for a book called The Hood.
Developing speakers called Eazy-E's Bass Shakers, and even had plans for a video game.
That's crazy, bro.
With the little room.
That's crazy, bro. I watched it. I've seen, man, numerous of documentaries on Eazy-E, you feel me, NWA, the whole tribe, and I've never known this about Eazy outside of that. I know he had his hand into real estate and so on and so forth, but I didn't know that he was doing comic books. And yeah, dang, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Damn, wow.
Eazy-E's Ruthless Bass Shakers coming.
Screenplay called Smiling Faces and a film studio. In 1994, he launched the Ruthless radio show on K-Day's 92.3 The Beat, and it quickly became a hit, dominating its time slot.
Hello?
Hey, get on the radio and do something like that.
Okay, we got it.
Who was that on the phone? We got corrupted.
FBI files show that around the time of his death in 1995, Ruthless Records was pulling in over $10 million.
Oh, he said we got damn, he said Ruthless Records 10 million, but he said we got corrupt. I wonder if that was that phone call when BG knocked Bone Thugs and Corrupt and them, like the Dog Pound was going at it. That was on the Ruthless radio show. Okay. But damn, he said Ruthless was pulling in 10 million. Man. Shout out to, man, RP to Eazy, man. RP to Eazy. Salute to you. Salute to you, fam.
A month in revenue. The label was actually the first independent one to outsell major record companies. Even after he passed.
Look, and I swear, I just said that. Look, I just said that, bro.
Eazy's legacy lived on. His widow still owns NWA's catalog, and royalties from old Ruthless artists continue to bring in money for his estate. With streaming services taking over, Eazy's music and business ventures will probably keep raking in cash for years to come. So the whole broke narrative in the movie was far overflogged. BG Knockout thinks it was a deliberate move to mess with Eazy's legacy and paint him in a negative light, especially by Dre and others involved.
I don't get like why they put that in the movie. So to me, it seemed like they was trying to skew
his legacy.
Another side of Eazy that straight out of Compton totally ignored was how generous and kind-hearted he was. People who knew him always mention his big heart and how he had a soft spot for those society tended to forget about. Whether it was small acts of kindness or bigger gestures, Eazy showed his compassion over and over again.
Wow, that's crazy. You know what? Even just like thinking, right? Because, you know, they came out with the Mount Rushmore, you feel me? And they had the West Coast on there. And I remember they had Pac up there. And, you know, I gave my opinion of who I felt, you know, should be up there. And I remember somebody was like getting at me like, damn, bro, no Eazy-E. And I was like, Eazy, like, you know, I wasn't looking at Eazy, you feel me, as a rap. Even E would tell you, you know, not a rap. Even though he's a gangster, you feel me, like he's a pioneer of this gangster rap. But he'll let you know that I'm a businessman. I'm not looking at it. So in a sense of, I'm looking at Eazy like in a Puffy situation as far as like just being a producer and just wearing many hats, right? But really just being like, bro, he producing a product. You feel me? He producing a product. Like he's the one that's organizing everything. But I was looking at just lyricists, right? You feel me? That's what I was basing it off of. But after watching this, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, Eazy got to go up there, bro. Eazy have to go up there. I might have to reconsider my list. You feel me? You got to go up there because I didn't know this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know this. But y'all let me know in the comments below, man. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Grab.